Adam DiVello, he has done it again. Okay, per.
Where have you been?
Hey, it's your girl Naomi. Welcome to my first video ever. Welcome. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Oh my gosh, I'm a bit nervous because this is my first video. Well, not on other platforms, but here on YouTube. So I don't know, it just feels like intimidated, but we will get used to it, okay? But yeah, welcome to my channel. On here we will review TV shows and movies, so you don't have to, okay? So as you may know on the title, we're gonna discuss the selling the city. I'm gravitating towards to say selling the OC because I don't know, it has to say marketing. And can we just say, like, well, let's just jump straight to it, right? I just feel like the marketing with selling the OC and selling the city is like the same, and selling Sunset, because I thought that I will see the twins. I thought that I will see, Jason and I don't know, and Brett. Yeah, Jason and Brett. And so I thought maybe that they opened another agency or brokerage in New York. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited because they making Brett. First they got the selling the OC, and then obviously selling Sunset in LA, and I think they have one in is it Mexico, I believe. Yes, Mexico. And I was like, okay, New York. Wow, they making bread. Okay. But no, I was wrong. I didn't see the twins. So I was a bit confused. I thought that we had like a third franchise. It's a third franchise, of the selling, marketing, selling the Sunset, selling OC, clang. So, but no, it wasn't. So never mind. They deceived us. I'm not gonna lie to you, they deceived us with the marketing, okay? But yeah, because I didn't really I watched the trailer, half of it, but yeah. Anyway, let's just go straight to it. Okay, the cast. I love Giselle. She is beautiful. The Latino girl. She looks good, body good, everything good. She's like great. Eleanor, she looks great too. She's gorgeous as well. She reminds me a bit of Chriselle. So because I think she's like the boss of the agency. And so when I saw the first impression, she's like, oh, she looks a bit like Chriselle. Like, I know when people I hate it when people are saying that, oh, you look like this, or you look like that, or you resemble like this. But she low-key does, with the hair and the, and the eyes, and it's like a Chriselle look-alike a little bit. But yeah, so we have Giselle, the Latino girl, and then we have Eleanor, the boss. We got is it Jade? She is Eleanor's best friend. Yes, I think, yeah, best friend. And then we have Taylor. This is one of the one of the members of the team as well. And then we got oh gosh, I already forgot I think she's Philippine, from the Philippines. And then we have the other girl that is from I think she's married to a like a NFL player, I think so, please. I don't know, something like that. So I think that's the whole team. And yeah, so that's the whole team. But Jade, is it Jade and Steven, or is it Justin? Steven or Justin? Oh my gosh. I'll put it on screen. I think it's Steven. No, I think it's Justin. Yeah, so they are not on the brokerage. I think they are, I don't know, like I guess it's an agency, but I don't know how I can explain it. Like, she has her own agency, but then there's another agency on top of that, or something like that. I think they are sharing the same building kind of thing. So yeah, so first impressions of the ladies, I love, like I said before, I love Giselle. I'm not really keen on the Philippine girl. No. The girl that is married to the NFL player, I don't, yeah, I don't know, like the youngest of the group. I think she's like the baby of the group. She's all right, um Eleanor, I love Eleanor. Like, she is the boss babe. I don't know if she's a Capricorn. I don't know. We need to figure that out because, you know, we Capricorns, we exude work ethic. We exude hard work. We exude like business minded mindset. So yes. So I love Eleanor. Oh wait, I hate. Sorry, I already have a least favorite, and that is Jade. I hate. From the first moment I saw it, I'm like, no, this one is trouble. It's trouble. It's trouble. But let's get into the first episode. I'm just gonna skip through things that are not really important. So this is just the first impressions that we done now. So now let's just go into where Eleanor is in the taxi. I think what she was in the Uber, and she was talking to Stephen. I think his name is Stephen. Yes. She was talking to Stephen, and Stephen is basically saying like how he how Jade invited him for I think, was it lunch? Yeah, lunch with with Taylor as well. So that is one of Eleanor's member of the team. And Eleanor looked a bit shocked, like, huh, like how come, like basically she was shocked that Taylor was invited to the lunch, and so Stephen was like, like, do you not know? like, and then so she kind of like sort of like, because like, oh yeah, maybe she just invited her or something like that, because maybe she feel more comfortable with her or something like that. So that's where it starts. That's where the scene is starting, because that's where the drama is heading to as well. Okay. So then we come into the scene where they have the lunch. Justin is showing up, and then what's her name? Taylor is showing up, and then Eleanor is showing up. Everyone is just showing up, and obviously Stephen is showing up with his wife, right? So it was a little bit already awkward. Sorry, but if I was Eleanor, like, I would have already, in that lunch, I already would have already confronted her. But at the same time, I feel like she's a little bit like me as well. Like, I wouldn't say, I felt like she handled the situation a little bit, she was a little bit passive aggressive, because I can be like that as well. I think I would have handled it the same way. I wouldn't say now until like later on. So I would just, make like snorky like comments, and I feel like that's what Eleanor did in this meeting or lunch meeting or whatever. And so I think there was at some point Jade was talking to Taylor about like how she's like the top, that she has a really good work ethic, and she's really obviously the best in the team and stuff like that. And on the side you can see like just Stephen saying to Eleanor like, hey, look, is she trying to recruit your girl? Because that's what it looked like to me as well. And in front of her, like, have shame. Like, why would you do that? Sorry, that's some foul crap. Like, that's some foul crap. Why would you do that? Why would you recruit? Like, you guys are best friends. Like, why would you invite one of her girls, in the lunch meeting and not discussing it with her? Like, what is that for behavior? I hate stuff like this. I hate it. Don't do this to me, because then I cannot trust you. I cannot trust you anymore. I hate stuff like that. I hate it so much. And so, and I feel like not Hebrew, not what's the word? What's the word what that I'm looking for? I feel like she was kind of like playing it along, like Jade. Yeah, she was like kind of playing it along, like she knows what she's doing. Like she knows what she's doing. I hate stuff like that. She knows what she's doing. And actually kudos to Eleanor, because the way that she stayed calm, because I would have lost my shit. As much as I am passive aggressive, I'm sure that she lost her her shit as well in her head, like on her brain. But it's like, I feel like I don't know, really handled it well. Like honestly, well done to you, Eleanor, because I could have not done it, honestly. And so, like Stephen is saying to Eleanor, like, oh yeah, it looks like you're recruiting your girl, and she's like, yes, I know, right? Like, it's so foul. Why would you do that? Like, it's really no. No. So then we're going back to the office, right? The girls are talking about Giselle and the two other ladies. They're talking about how they were not invited. Well, specifically the younger girl. Oh my gosh, I forgot her name. I promise on the next episode, on the next video, I will make sure that I will know her name, because I find it quite rude if people don't know my name. So I need to get it together. Okay, so but I just find it very crap as well, like some shady stuff like going on. Like, why would you not so you invited one of Eleanor's like bestseller should I say best performer, let me just say that, but you won't invite all of the girls. Like, why would you? Like, it's just foul shit. Sorry, it's just foul shit. Why would you do this? The more that I'm talking about it, the more aggravated I'm getting. So I need to calm down. But yeah, so then obviously the younger girl, she's talking about how like she already expected that she wasn't invited because Jade doesn't like her, because she's talking shit behind her back anyways. So she already expected that she would not be invited into the lunch, but she was shocked that the other girls were not invited. So Giselle and the Philippine girl. And I was thinking as well, like, yeah, why would you not invite the other girls? Like, it's just like shady, And so then we're gonna so I think so, and then she said like something about like what did she say or something? What did she say? I think she said something about how she doesn't like what's her name? Jesus. Jade said that she doesn't like the younger girl because she thinks that that she's all of that or something like that. And so because the girls were like saying like, oh, what was she saying about? And then she was saying like about that she's thinks that she's all that she talks too much or something like that. I don't remember, but it was that kind of vibe. And so so then the girls were said the girls basically were confirming that like, yes, like that's what I've heard too. And so that's where it actually is starting. Oh, that's what she said. She said that she was thirsty. Yes. As I watch some other episodes, I do feel like she's a little bit, thirsty, but not thirsty. I feel like she's craving attention because obviously she's the youngest of the group and she wants, she wants to get her voice. She wants to have her voice heard too, So I do understand if she, looks a bit thirsty for attention. And obviously Eleanor believed in her, And so, you know, I feel like she just wants to fit in as well. So it's hard, especially when you're young and you're trying to fit in the group, and you're trying to, you know, be recognized by your work and stuff like that. So at the same time, I do understand her, but you know, it's some bits, you know, she does exude thirstiness. She does a little bit. So, but yeah, so then let's go back to the lunch meeting, right? So the whole lunch meeting, bringing Taylor to the meeting was just very odd. I don't know what Jade was trying to do over here. Like, I don't know, and the way that Eleanor was saying onto the lunch as well, like, yeah, well, the best person that will betray you is not your enemy. It's, you know, the one that's closest to you, right? And it's just very odd. And then, so at this point, Stephen and his wife, you know, they needed to go. And so, you know, it's very super awkward. And because, you know, Jade is like saying like to Taylor, like, oh, no, Taylor was saying to Taylor, oh yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and Jade is like looking at Eleanor. Eleanor is like minding her business, you know, it's like, oh, she's like, oh, you know, is everything okay? I hate it. Okay, let me tell you, like, when I hate it, when they know that they did something wrong, yeah, and then they ask, oh, are you okay? They know exactly. Don't do this to me, because you're gonna even piss me off even more. Like why would you say that? Like, why would you say like, oh yeah, is everything okay? Because I just feel like you've just been very extra, like, you know, weird to me, mean to me. But you are doing me wrong. You're doing me wrong, and then you reverse it to say like that I'm giving you bad energy. You started with the bad energy. I cannot deal with people like that. I just cannot. So she's like, no, I'm totally fine. And Eleanor is so so she handled it like a G, because I could have, to be fair, at that moment I would have actually told her off. I don't care if Taylor was there. I would have told her off. I was like, you know what you're doing, and what you're doing is some foul shit. It's foul crap. Jade is not Eleanor's friend at all. She's the biggest enemy of her. Like, literally the biggest hater of Eleanor, okay? Because for you to do stuff like that, you don't want her to succeed at all. You don't. And the way that because I don't know if you remember, but the girl, the young girl of the group, you know, she was saying, like, she made a point, like, you know, she feels like that that Jade is kind of like, you know, kind of like jealous, kind of sort of like of Eleanor, because obviously, you know, well, she was partying it up, you know, Eleanor was grinding, you know, and finally she made her own team, and now all of a sudden, like, you know, now she wants to make a team. Like I don't know, it really it gives, you know, it's giving jealousy. Okay, it's giving jealousy. Because, and why would you come for my girl? Go get someone else. Go get someone else. Not my girl. Go get someone else. You know, I feel like she really does things out of spite. Like, literally. She's literally, I'm not telling you. I'm telling you, Jade is not Eleanor's friend at all. And so from there, Eleanor just bounced. She bounced, because I would have bounced too. She like I'm not in the mood. And then what she then does, she's talking crap about Eleanor to Justin, you know. And that Justin boy too, he's not Eleanor's friend neither. Okay, let me tell you that. Because I don't care, even if you don't wanna be in woman's business or whatever, but if Eleanor was your friend, you know, you would stick up to her. I don't care. I don't give a crap if you don't want to be in people's business. But if someone is talking crap about my friend, like, I'm gonna stand up. And for you not to stand up, you be shady too, you know. And the fact that you are talking with her about Eleanor, you know, is some shady shit too, you know? Like all of y'all, get out. Like it's crazy. And talking about Eleanor that she she is really like selling those properties and stuff like that, like ask her blah blah blah, all these properties on on the socials and stuff like that. Why would you? And then she said something about like about like how she how she will like break her neck or something, break her or something like that. I don't know, something like that. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm not Eleanor's friend at all. At all. You are Eleanor's biggest enemy. You are our biggest enemy. It's just so true. That saying is so true. Your biggest enemy is never your enemy. It is the one that's closest to you. Okay? So now we're gonna go on to episode 2. I'm not gonna go to every scene again. I just know that in some scenes is where Jade and Steve are meeting up and they're just talking about the whole lunch like tobacco, and Steve was just checking if if Jade and Eleanor, if they're okay or if they're bickering or something like that. So anyway, I don't want to talk about it like it's just gonna be repetitive. So I just want to go to the scene of where Jade and Eleanor, and I think one of Eleanor's friends, or like friends, I don't know if I should, friends or clients, where she's showing where Jade is showing Eleanor's client, for an open house or a property, like a property, that's near in the building that the client is living in. And so so what happened is, I feel like at this point Eleanor was very petty. I would do the same thing. I'm sorry. Passive aggressive behavior all through. Just joking. Sometimes, okay? But yeah, I think, like, I feel like Eleanor was like upset, like basically like showing her how Jade should do her job. She's like, oh, like, saying like, oh, this is the state of, the state of empire. There is Central Park. There is this. There is that. And, I feel like they were kind of like in a competition. And at some point, Jade was like saying like, do you want to take over my job? I was like, yes, bitch, because you're not doing a good job neither. But yeah, and then I think they sat down about, if the client is interested in the house, like on the property. And I think the client was like saying like, oh yeah, I would like to have it for 10 million. And then she's like, oh whoa, no, like the property's not going into 10 million, And so Eleanor is proposing like, hey, look, don't buy anything yet. I feel like she's like, you're not gonna make any profit of my client. She was like basically saying like, and so she was advising, her client, her friend, saying like, oh, on that other building, like basically she needs to have her options open. So let's see if we can go to another building where I can show you properties there. I love you, Eleanor. I love you for that. I will do the same thing. I'm so sorry. I think it was kind of sort of a payback. And so Jade was like questioning like, what is she doing? Like, why would she say in front of me about like, we should go for another property and not this property? Because obviously the client lives in the same property, but she just wanted to upgrade to see, if it's worth it to upgrade to a suite or anything. And so I was like, yes, pay back, now you know how it feels, because you did it the same thing, when you brought one of her team members, to the lunch meeting without discussing it with her. Like, how foul once again. I think I need to do a foul points on there, how many times I said foul, because it is foul. Okay. So yeah, so that was good on Eleanor. Like I don't know, I just love Eleanor. She's my favorite. Like as soon as I saw her stepping into the scene, I was like, yes, boss babe. Okay, boss babe. She exudes that boss babe energy. Okay. And so yeah, so that scene happened then. Okay, so on the last scene we see that Eleanor and Taylor are meeting up for a kind of like a workout, like but in a machine kind of thing. And basically, you know, Eleanor is like expressing how Taylor is like very busy and she's doing a great job and everything, and that she has a lot going on, but how it is very challenging for her husband to, you know, for her to be a real estate agent. I could not even imagine to be with someone. For me personally, like me as well, like I feel like quality time is like, that is my first love language. That's like top one, like literally one of my top three when it comes to love languages. So I would struggle if I would be with someone who is constantly on their phone, and just I feel like it's just annoying. Like I feel like, why am I with you if just work is more important to me? It honestly, it takes a really patient and understanding person, okay, to stay with that person, because I couldn't do, I could not do it. And honestly, respect to Taylor's husband, because you know, and I'm sure it will be hard, you know, it has been hard for him, but it must be hard for her as well, because at this point she's the breadwinner, you know, the real estate, you know, is making her a lot of money, you know, so she has no choice but to do this job, you know. And so that's why you need to have someone by your side that is fully 100% supporting you on that, and understanding, like if you are on your phone because you're making a sale, or because, you know, the client is, you know, is replying to you now and saying like, oh yes, you know, I'm interested in this property, then, you know, money has to be made, you know. So, you know, but she was as well, like, so she was basically expressing that how it's very hard, you know, for her marriage and for her partner, that, you know, she's doing this job and that they're kind of struggling. And so I like it the way that Eleanor like is asking questions. You know, it shows that she has empathy, and you know, I feel like that's very important when it comes to like when you are a boss, because at the same time, yes, you are a boss, but there are limits. You know, when it comes to like you know, I don't know, when it comes to like personal stuff like that, like you need to know where, because I didn't like the way that she was asking her like, oh, how many years were great, like, sorry, for me, I don't like that, because I feel like then you're really in my business. Yeah, I understand, because at the same time, you are my boss. I understand that you would like to know some of my personal stuff, but when it comes to like knowing about like how many years were great, like, sorry, that's none of your business. That's on me, you know. You know, so I just felt like that she needed to keep it light a little bit, not to, you know, the questions that, you know, that she was asking, it was great, it was good, you know, it shows that she cares about Taylor, and she just wants to know, you know, she just wants to give her the best advice that she can give. But at the same time, the question that she was asking about like how many great years, I don't, maybe for you guys, you know, it's not a big deal, but for me it's a bit too much. Like, you don't need to ask that. I'll be like, sorry, I'd rather not say that, you know, that's on me. Because at the same time, I would feel, if I was in Taylor's in Taylor's shoes, I will feel a little bit uncomfortable if someone, and especially my boss, like we're not even like that close, you know. And so, but yeah, she was basically like expressing that there were only like 4 years, like 4 great years, and how it's very always hard to advise people, you know, that are married and you are not married. to say like, hey, look, I read it. Because for us, we are gonna say like, oh, get out of it, you know, but we are not married because we don't know like that, you know, marriage is hard. Like, I always hear that marriage is hard, child. Okay. And so, you know, and for us single people, like, you know, because I'm single, yes, girl, still waiting on my prince, child. I know that he's on the way. Okay. But yeah, it's us as single people, like it is hard to advise someone that is married and saying like, it's just easy for us to say like, oh, like, you know, if you like, girl, I'm really, you know, I'm just want to have the best for you, you know, if the single life is for you, go for it. But we don't understand that with marriage you need to fight, especially if you love that person. You need to fight, you need to fight for your marriage, you know. So that's, and I feel like and I do respect Taylor for her to say like, hey, look, that's on me to decide like if I really want to do this, but for now I want to do this, I want to fight through this, basically what she was saying. And so that was really good on her to say that, and that she's not like easy to like not misled by, obviously, but I don't know, but like how do you say this, like what is the word, please? What I'm trying to say today, it's really, I'm not getting out of my words today, but I don't care. But basically she's not trying, she's not fully, she's taking basically Eleanor's advice with a pinch of salt and just doing her own thing, basically. So I really respect that. So, but that scene was a little bit sad as well, like, you know. And I feel like, I think Taylor was expressing as well that how she was dealing with lymphatic disease, and oh my gosh, and at 21 that she already stopped drinking. That means like just before 21, like, ooh, I don't know. Yeah, I think I feel like she needs therapy for sure. I don't know if she expressed that in that scene, but she needs to go to therapy because that's a lot. It's basically like she doesn't know like this person that she is now. Like I feel like she's missing her old self, but also not. Like, I don't know, she's just trying to find a good balance. I feel like, I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, that was it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and the video. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, that you share, and that you're commenting as well, because I would like to hear your thoughts. What did you think about episode 1? What did you think about episode 2? What did you guys who is your favorite of the team? Let me know in the comments, and yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Oh, Rakia.